Welcome to Kutch time. Today is December 3rd, 2025, and the Detroit Pistons just lost to the Milwaukee Bucks 113 to 109, moving to 17-5 on the NBA season. The Pistons lost to a Giannis-less Bucks who went down with a calf injury 3 minutes into the game. Detroit collapsed in the fourth quarter. They had 8 turnovers in the entire fourth quarter and only scored 9 points in the final 5 minutes. They choked this game away. They were up double digits multiple times in the game, and they couldn't get it done in the end. It was a terrible outing from the Pistons tonight, especially on the offensive end, and they just couldn't get it done. There was some good tonight. Tobias Harris, 20 points, 5 rebounds. Only guy who could really make a three-pointer, 5 threes. Whatever, man. Good for him. It was a bad game, man. Jaden Ivey, his best offensive game. 15 points, 6 rebounds, made 2 threes. Was a season high. And that's good. He struggled a little bit from the shot, struggled a little bit on the offensive end. So seeing him able to get going, and I wish he played more. He only played still 17 minutes. He's obviously on the minutes restriction still, but you know, on a night like tonight where he's actually getting going, you want to see him go out there and closing minutes, especially because a certain someone played over him and he was really bad today. Sar Thompson showed a lot more activity on the defensive and offensive end. He's kind of took a step back since the little injury he had a couple weeks ago. 10 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, also had 2 steals. Just a good outing from him. I believe he had a team best plus minus, either him or Duran. They had the best plus minuses. Really, the only good plus minuses on the whole team. Um, Cade has 17 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. And then obviously that's a cool stat line, but he shoots 5 for 15 from the field and shoots terribly from three, so doesn't really matter. It doesn't help us get the win. I think his plus minus was 2 or something by the end, just because of some free throws. Like, just not good performances. Like, Sar played good, Durant played good, but he fouls out. Ivy plays good, but he doesn't get the closing minutes. Tobias plays good, um, and that's about it. Everyone else kind of sucked. Paul Reed, in the few minutes he played, looked like one of the best players. He scored 9, but it's Paul Reed. Like, you're not gonna play him consistently, and he only played like 7 minutes. Uh, and there was obviously blaring problems tonight. Duncan Robinson was out tonight, and the 3-point shot struggled like it did Monday. Luckily, Monday we got the win, and today we couldn't. Shot 14 for 45 from 3. Danish Jenkins was 1 for 5. Cade was 1 for 7. Karis LeVert was 1 for 8. Ron Holland was 0 for 3. That is 4 players terribly shooting from the 3. And the real problem is Duncan Robinson adds so much spacing when he's on the floor. He's all this off-ball pressure that you have to focus on Duncan because he makes open shots. He makes contested three-pointers. He's the only guy on the team consistently playing that is a true shooter. No one else on the team is a true shooter. You can argue Karis LeVert is. I wouldn't say so. Cade can make shots every once in a while. Ivy can make shots once in a while. Tobias was making the shots today. But Duncan Robinson is the only guy night in, night out that you were expecting to hit most of his threes. And he has proven that and has played a huge role for the Pistons so far into the season. Second night out, second night of bad three-point shooting. And it's not going to get better. On a night like tonight, when you need three-point shooting, it's surprising to me that Chaz Lanier doesn't play because you drafted him knowing he's just 3 and D guy, and he's proved it in the minutes he plays. He has a decent shot. He plays decent defense. On the nights like tonight where the three-point shot just isn't falling, maybe put him in to try to get some spark of offense and some spark of pressure to help the paint out, to help other players get their shot going. I just don't get why he doesn't see the court a single minute, especially because at some points we're up double digits, and he could have come in with little risk, and obviously wouldn't have mattered because we still lost. One of the worst games I've seen from a Pistons so far this season. Karis LeVert, 4 points, 1 for 10 from the field. I already mentioned 1 for 8 from 3. He was a team worst, negative 24 plus minus. Negative 24. That's insane. That's terrible. And going in the end, going to clutch time, the Pistons were down 3. They needed a three-pointer. And Karis LeVert had 2 open attempts to make a 3, and he couldn't. He couldn't make a 3. And he's supposed to be a scorer. He's supposed to be able to help the offensive out. That's what his main job is, and he couldn't get it done tonight. And it hurt the team, and it's a big reason why we lost. He also had a terrible turnover, passing to absolutely no one. It was just a terrible outing. And for some reason, he plays 24. He's in the closing minutes. Ivy's not in the closing minutes as much. We don't get Chaz Lanier play. And even though Karis LeVert was bad, the whole game play Chaz Lanier over him. When the shot's not going for Karis LeVert, he's going to keep shooting it, and he's going to keep missing it. He's a hot or cold guy. And he was cold today. So don't play him. But hopefully he can be better. But tonight was just absolutely terrible. Turnovers, again, the problem, like I mentioned in the beginning, 8 turnovers in the entire fourth. We had only 6 turnovers in the other 3 quarters. We had more turnovers in the fourth than we did the rest of the game. I mean, that's insane. That's terrible. And this has been a recurring problem. The Pistons have to take care of the ball, especially in clutch time, because this was a big problem last year at the beginning of the season, and we lost a lot of those games. This year, it looked like we were better. We were controlling the ball. That's the big reason why we're going on a streak. The turnovers are down. Guess what? A lot of the reasons we're losing these games, or we are in these close games that we really shouldn't be, is because of the turnovers. It's bad, poorly timed, and just bad ball. And then another bad thing that happened, Isaiah Stewart got ejected pretty stupidly. I mean, it's always stupid when a player gets ejected, let's be honest. But he gets ejected 3 minutes left in the third. Pistons were up at that point. They got only by 6 by the time he gets ejected, maybe 4. Um, but guess what? If he's not ejected, he can play. That's a big defensive anchor you can play and help close out the game that you don't have. So many things went wrong today for the Pistons, and it's only their fault and only their fault to blame. They need to be better, and like a team like the Bucks without Giannis, they aren't really good without Giannis. They're not a good basketball team, and they've been slightly struggling with Giannis. So losing to a team which you beat earlier a few weeks ago, it's just bad ball. It's bad business. You can't let that happen. Hopefully the Pistons can bounce back. The next game is Friday against the Trailblazers, who have cooled down a little bit after a hot start to the season. But they they have to get a win. The Trailblazers are our team. They should be. And today was a game they should have won. So hopefully they can bounce back. Hopefully Duncan Robinson come back and save the 3-point shooting from this team. Thank you.